Alright, in this video I want to show you step by step how to set up your new squeeze page system. And so what I've done here is gone ahead and downloaded this entire product for you. And when you download it, it's going to look something like this. It's going to come to you in a variety of zip folders. You're going to have your graphics, your download page, your email follow-up series, um, your MP4. And what I want to do is help you put this together. The MP4 file is actually going to be like, since it's PLR, it's a video course. That's like your PDF, if you will, because this is a video training. And so an MP4 functions just like a PDF file for you in this case. The AVI would be like your Word document. So if you had any edits you wanted to make to the video, that's where you would do it. Most people, 95% of you, are not going to want to mess with that. So for this example, I'm just going to use the MP4 file. So what we need to do here to get going is there's a couple of tools that we need at first when setting up any squeeze page. So I'm just going to quickly go through those options for you. A couple of things to look at. You need a domain name. So a domain name is kind of like your address on the internet. And again, this is covering if you're completely brand new. So you've got to have an address to set up any kind of website, whether it be a squeeze page style website. And a squeeze page style website, is basically just something where people are going to be able to opt in and get onto an email list. So what you've got here, GoDaddy.com lets you come up with a name. So you can come up like this is a course about affiliate marketing. So you could do like affiliate wealth domination training or something like that if you want to go with that name. And then all you're going to do is hit go to find the domain. And I'm not going to sit here and set up the entire domain in front of you because GoDaddy actually has some great tutorials to help you, but I did just want to show you how that would work. So you could just come up with keywords. You can put in some keyword options like affiliate marketing and see what kind of examples they give you of available domains. So that is one way to go about it, and that would be for registering domain names. So the next thing you'll need after a domain name is you're going to need web hosting. Now, in my example, I'm going to set this up on a subdomain or in a folder. So mine's going to be mydomain.com / and then it's going to be affiliate wealth. So that's what it's going to look like for those wondering in the browser. So just want to point that out. So you can do that. So you don't necessarily have to go buy a new domain if you already have a domain, if you already have hosting. But if you do not, then another thing you're going to need is web hosting. And the most recommended one, probably arguably the most used one among internet marketers, tends to be HostGator. They have great support 24/7. Excellent services. The hosting package you'll want to look at when getting started is called the baby plan. The hatchling plan, that's very basic, but that only works for single domain. So for a little bit more, you can actually get the baby plan, which actually gives you unlimited domains, so you can have multiple websites from the same hosting account. So you're going to need hosting, you're going to need a domain name. Those are two essentials that you need to have a good, successful internet business. So they're very minimal in expense, and they're definitely things you're going to want to use. So that's another tool you're going to need. So GoDaddy for a domain, if you don't already have one, and HostGator for hosting again if you don't already have that. So now that we covered those processes, they will assist you with setting it all up. So I'm not going to go into huge detail in setting up your hosting. These companies will help you register the domain. HostGator will help you get that domain up and running for you because they want your business, and they're very good about that as well, which is why they are so highly recommended. So we're going to jump into a couple of tools we're going to need to actually set up this squeeze page that we've got here. And those tools here are you're going to need a HTML editor. So I'm just going to go to Google and show you the one that I personally use, and it is called Composer. Composer is a lot like a tool you may have heard of called Front Page, which is an old HTML editor. It basically allows you to make changes to a website without having to be an amazing graphic design type person. And that's what I like most about it. So there's Composer. And the cool thing about Composer, which is why I like using them, is they're reliable, it's easy to use, and they have it available for both Mac computers and PC computers. So if you are on either one of those, you're going to be just fine. If you're using an Apple or if you're using a PC, you'll be in great shape. So Composer, you're just going to want to download it. It is an open source software, so it's completely safe. It's been around for a very long time. And what's great about that is it means it's free. So it's not going to cost you anything. You don't need Dreamweaver, which can cost you quite a bit. You don't need front page. So Composer's great. It's going to get the job done. In fact, many people I know that run a successful business do not use a paid HTML editor. So definitely something to consider. So the next tool you're going to need is called FileZilla. And what FileZilla is an FTP solution. Now the reason I'm showing you this stuff now is because you're going to see me using these tools as I set this up in front of you. So with FileZilla here, again, it works with both Mac and PC, so Apple users and PC users, Windows PC users, can use FileZilla as well. Also, it also works for Linux users, so it's got quite the user base out there. So you can download FileZilla client, just clicking on that button and install it like you would any regular software. Just follow their instructions to get that going. So you want to download and have Composer ready, download and install FileZilla for you, have your domain, have your hosting, and again, if you already have a domain and you already have hosting, you can just do like a folder for this. You could have your main domain.com / affiliate wealth, which is what this course is about. So that covers that kind of housekeeping type stuff. So let's jump in and kind of dissect what we've got here inside these folders. So what you're going to find inside Affiliate Wealth Domination is a multitude of things. You've got your training, you've got the PowerPoint training that was used, which in case you wanted to rebrand it, you could most definitely do that, and that's found inside this folder. And this is mainly for those that want to actually re-record the video in their own voice, or it's for those that want to like give away the PDF to the actual PowerPoint slides along with the video, just to kind of enhance the value there. So that's definitely something to look at and consider. So what we've got here is affiliate. Also inside there, you're going to have some different things. There's a graphic for the PowerPoint design if you wanted to use that. So, but again, we're not worried so much about that as we are actually getting this set up. I'm just pointing out what's available in this particular product. Now, the MP4 file, there's really not much else you need to do with it. It's all set up, ready to go. You're just going to want to upload it to your hosting account so that people can actually watch the video from your, watch the video or actually just download it and start watching it on their own. So that's going to stay there. The email follow-up series, just so you are aware, that's what's going to go inside of your Aweber, inside your follow-up messages, and that's back there as well. And all I've done is downloaded them, and they came out in one big zip file, and then you're just going to want to extract these various files by just right-clicking and hitting extract all. You could use a program called WinZip, but you do not need to worry so much about that. And then, of course, inside here, you've got what's called AWD index. This is kind of the squeeze page content in itself that is sitting right here. And so, this is what we're going to kind of start working with and kind of making it into something that looks a little more attractive. And that's why we kind of wanted to show you kind of how to go about the process of rebranding this from the get-go. So let's see here. So let's jump back here to Composer, and inside the graphics folder right here, so you got affiliate domination graphics, there's actually a really clean looking style sheet that we're going to actually work from for this particular product. So what I've done here first is opened up Composer, and we're going to open up the Composer software. Click on open up here in the left hand side, and we are going to browse on our computer like we were attaching a picture to an email and look for the affiliate domination graphics. So that's step one, is look, or the folder called affiliate domination graphics, or the folder where you would find the actual information that you need. So we're going to just open that as an index, and I just double clicked and it opened right up for me. And this is just the graphics for the video. This is kind of what we're going to make our squeeze page around. And the next thing I'm going to open is this index file that was found here in the main folder, as this has some of the content for the squeeze page. So I just kind of want to show you how to piece this together. Sometimes you're going to get the content and it'll already be put together for you as well. But in this case, we're just kind of gonna take it and kind of help you piece it together, which is kind of what we're doing for those that want to, kind of get the hang of understanding how it all works together. So what you've got here, you've got, your various files right here. So all we're going to do here is basically just copy this content, move it on over to this particular set of graphics here. And the coolest thing about this program, Composer, is that if you know how to use Microsoft Word, then you're in good enough shape to know how to, how to actually go about setting these kind of websites up. So I'm just going to paste in that content. So as you can see, I've got my nice clean looking headline. You notice how well it formatted for me by just highlighting this content and hitting Control C, which copies it, and then hitting Control V to paste it in. Now if I wanted to take this code right here that you get with this particular series, and again, all this is just to kind of show you how this software works to benefit you. So again, we're just going to double click here and we'll move right up here. You notice I can actually maneuver the alignment just like if I were using Microsoft Word. And you've got there, completely brand new video. Uncover the traits you need to stop being part of the 95% that fail affiliate marketing. Finally become part of the elite 5% that dominate your niche markets. Time to create your success story. So, I've just been kind of moving this content over here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to create two little tables inside of here. So we're just going to create a table here. So what I'm going to do inside this software is it allows me to create a table. So I'm going to come up here in the top browser and we will go to table and we're going to go insert table, and right up here we're going to select what kind of table we want. So we're going to go with a 1x2 table. So you notice that it creates two different fields of information there for me, and we can kind of shorten that up a little bit so it kind of centers it up. And what we're going to do here inside that table is just put in this data that they've got here. So I'm just going to copy that over here. And then the next thing we want to do is go over to the next area inside the table. All right. So let's move this graphic up here as well. So let's go ahead and just highlight that and we'll move that on over. So basically all I'm doing here is just kind of putting the content into a table type format so that it looks, it's kind of more centered and in a more orderly fashion. And what I'm using is highlighting the content, just using my arrow to highlight it, hitting Control C to copy it, and then hitting Control V to paste it. So what we're going to do, and then what I want to do is I want to move this, move this content up. So we're going to make our graphic slightly smaller here because we want to have our opt-in form show up in a good, in a simple spot that's easy for people to read and access. So, all right, so there we go. We're just kind of maneuvering this around a little bit. And the next thing we need to do is we need to add in a couple more pieces of information. So we need to add in kind of the benefits they're going to get from this course. And so I'm just going to copy that content over. And we'll put that right below this content here. And then if we want to do like bullet points, you can come up here just like in Word and actually create like a bulleted list right here that would show up there. So you could actually add in your own bullet points if you wanted to, but for this one we'll just kind of leave it with spaces there. And then finally you'll want to add in like your picture if you want to go that route as well. One of the other things you could do with images here is you can right click or double click on the image inside of Composer, and this would be your product image, and you can click on appearance, and then what you would actually do is you can actually change the center of it. So you could put wrap to the left if you wanted to. Or you could choose it to like wrap to the right, and that would basically just wrap the content to the right of things. So there you go. And then what we're going to do next is simply come down here, and we're going to put in, like your picture if you want to. So I'll show you how to like insert a picture. So we're just going to go to insert up here. This is how you can insert an image. And you'll want to just go to this folder here to browse for it on your computer. And we're going to go to like the pictures folder, and we're just going to find a, like a sample picture. Like for example, let's use like these penguins. We could use them. As far as dimensions go, we want to go to like custom size. We want to create like 100 by 75, so a small image out of that. So there's your picture showing up, right there inside the HTML file. Now, one thing you'll want to do once you import your picture is you're going to want to actually move your picture. So like this picture of the penguins here, which I would find in my pictures, we want to actually move it to our website here. So I'm going to take this picture of the penguins and copy that, and we're going to want to move it to the folder that we are working with for our website, which is going to be affiliate domination graphics, and we'll want to move it to like the images folder, and we would paste that in there. So that way when we upload our website, we've got our image already in there and ready to go. And then you're going to want to double click on that image, and you're just going to want to select images / picture name penguins. There it goes. And then of course your name here would be your name, John Smith. Okay, now what we're going to do is go ahead and finish putting kind of the finishing pieces on this. As you can see, it's rather simple to work with this. I know you're probably saying, well, this is easier said than done, and I can understand where you're probably thinking that. But yeah, we're actually getting really close to the end here to where we just need to put in our Aweber form or our form code, and we've basically got our squeeze page ready to go. So you can see how we kind of started with just a graphic, and we've kind of transformed it into a clean looking squeeze page, and that's one of the templates you have here to work with. So we've got a really clean, simple looking squeeze page, and you can edit any of this content by just pointing, clicking, however you want. Like you could highlight certain portion of content, make it bold. You could highlight some of it and make it a bigger font by clicking on that A key. You could change the color of the font. There's just a lot of possibilities there that you could actually work with. So okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to take a quick break from this. I'm going to go ahead and save the work we've done here. So we're just going to go to File, Save As, and we're going to save it inside Affiliate Domination Graphics. And we want to save as type all files. And we want to save this as, we're going to call this squeeze page, we'll call this index -1. That way we kind of have a basis in case we have to revert back, to something. So we'll call this index 1. And there we go. Now you're probably wondering, how are we going to get this to kind of go up here so it looks a little cleaner? That'll actually happen once we install, once we actually put in the actual form. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. So we'll put in the HTML code for the form. So for that step, what we need to do is go on over to Aweber. Now that's another program you're going to want to set up as well. Aweber is absolutely great. Your first month, I believe if you're just starting out, it'll cost you $1 to get going with Aweber, and so it's a good program to use and check out. So okay, so with Aweber, what you're going to want to do is just sign up, and if you're already a customer, we're just going to go ahead and log in here. So we'll just pause the screen here and log in. Okay, so we are all logged into our Aweber account. And what you're going to want to do when you get in here now, in my particular account here, I've got several different Aweber accounts that I've got inside here. So what you're going to want to do is select Create and Manage List, and you'll just want to create a new one. So I'm going to create a new list, and we are going to go in here and create a new name for this particular list, and it is going to be called something related to the product. So we'll call it AF for affiliate wealth domination 1. Okay, this description, we'll just call it the name of the product. And then of course the from name would be like your name, so we'll do like John Smith. And then, support at yourdomain.com. And then of course your address would go in there as well. And we're just going to select Save Settings, and that's going to create this list for us. And so I've got that. And then personalize your list. You'd put your company name if you want. And this would be like the page they go to when they unsubscribe. And then your website URL, you could plug in whatever you want there. And if you wanted to have an email signature, you could put that there. But for now, we'll just kind of we'll skip that particular step as well. Okay, so we'll go here and go on to the next step, confirmed opt-in. Now inside confirmed opt-in, this is an important part. This is where you're going to choose the confirmation message that people get. So in this example, I'm going to do response required. Please confirm your request for information. And then we're going to, I don't want to create a custom one because that takes too long to get approval back from them. And the ones they have work just fine. So in here though, I do like to put a custom message, not a custom subject, but a custom message. Inside the custom message, just want to say, thank you for signing up for the affiliate wealth. And of course, whatever you call that product, that's what's going to go in here. Domination video training. Please fill out the form below, or please click on the confirmation link below to access your free training. Thank you. All right, and then that's going to be a message they get. They'll click the confirmation link. You can't do anything in there. Add your custom closing to your success, regards, sincerely, whatever you want to put there, and then your name. And then what you've got here, require opt-in on the web forms. It's best to set that to on. That way you don't get stuck with abuse. You do have some people that don't confirm opt-in, but you want to get people that really want to be on your list. And if they really want to be on your list, they're going to go through the process of confirming their email. So confirmation success page URL, that is going to be like yourdomain.com / and then that would be like the download page, DL page video.html. Okay, and that's gonna we're just gonna save the settings there. So what we're gonna do next here is go ahead and we're gonna quickly set up the web form. Okay, so inside the web form area, we're going to set up the web form so that we actually now have a form so that people get redirected properly. So but before we get ahead of ourselves on the web form, let's go ahead and we'll go back here to the website here, and we're going to work on the thank you page. So we've got our squeeze page here ready to go, but what we need to set up now is we need to go about setting up like the thank you page, kind of using the similar template as well. So let's just go here, and we want to create a just kind of a basic generic thank you page. So we're going to use the same template that we've got here, and we're just going to say thank you for signing up. And the reason I want to do this, I'm going to explain to it, but when I set up the form, we want to have that link ready to go. So I want to show you guys how to insert that link when you set up your form so that we can grab our code and just insert it here and we're off to the races. So we're just going to go here. Thank you for signing up. Please confirm signing up for your free training. Please confirm your email by please confirm your interest by clicking on the link in your email inbox. Email and then support or whatever your email is at yourdomain.com. Check your spam filters. Okay, so what this does, this is going to be after they opt in. They're going to be hit with this thank you message, and let's kind of make this bold. Let's make this stand out. And body text, we can make that like a heading 2. That way it kind of jumps out at them. So we'll do thank you for signing up for your free training, and then there's a little message. Please confirm your interest by clicking on the link below. On the link in your email inbox. If you do not see this message, check your spam filters. Okay, so that's your thank you page. That's the page after they opt in. They're going to land on this page. It's just part of the funnel. It's good business to do that. Aweber does give you one that you can use, but I generally like to create my own because it looks slightly more professional in my opinion. So we're just going to save that as, and we will call, again, save as type all files. That's important to do. We're going to call this TY589, and then we're going to hit save. Okay, so there we go. And then the next step here is we want to create a download page off of this information. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and open up the download page template that was provided here. And we're just going to open that. Okay, so here we go. We've got some content that we can plug into like our neat little template here. So let's just go to File, Save As, and we'll use our template here that came with these graphics. And again, we're going to save it as all files, and we're going to call this DL page 684. I'm just creating random numbers. I just like to do that just to kind of secure them, but you can call it whatever you want. So in this particular example, we're just going to copy and paste over the data we got here. And we're just going to call this, here's your free training. Here's your free video training. So there they go. This is the page they're going to see after they click on the confirmation message inside their email. So I hope you're kind of following how this process will work, and you'll see it all work together. It'll kind of make sense then as well. So what I'm doing here is just kind of taking the content from this template here that we gave you for a download page, and what we're just going to kind of plug that in here. So we're good to go. And this kind of just the basic instructions you'll give your customers. Okay, and then the final step, we just need to grab these download links. Okay. And you could say your video files, whatever you want to put here. So your video file. Click here to download the video training. Click here to download the PowerPoint. So what we're going to do here now is go ahead and insert the download link for these particular files. One of the best ways to do this, probably the easiest way, is to upload the actual file when you upload all the other files. And so what I do for that is we're just going to come here, we're going to look for the name, whatever the name of these graphics are. So right here, this actual training is going to be uploaded as AWD training dash MP4. So I'm just going to hit rename. We're going to copy that, and the MP4 is actually going to be the training that they're going to work with. So, and this is going to be a zip file, so we're just going to download here. So we're going to highlight this text here and go to insert link, or you could choose that link option up there, and we're just going to make that .zip because that's what it is, and hit OK. So that's going to open up, but it's going to have to be uploaded to the actual folder all at once in order for that link to work. But that's what how I like to do those. Now the only other step you'll want to do here to get the PowerPoint training, you will want to take the PDF here, and you'll want to just make it its own zip file, or just as the PDF itself. So we'll just make it a zip file just for simplicity, and we will go to send to compressed zip folder. And again, you could use WinZip for something like this as well, and we'll call this affiliate PDF. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just copy this over. It's quite the process here, but once you get the hang of it and you've done this enough, it's going to eventually not seem so laborious and boring, I should say. So, but what we're going to do here now is just paste that in. So we'll call that affiliate PDF, and affiliate PDF.zip's what we're going to go with. And that's going to go right here, and click here to download Super Affiliate PowerPoint PDF. So insert, and this is how you create any kind of download links. It's the best way to do it. Again, you'll just need to make sure you upload it to that particular directory, and you'll be good to go. So your video training files. Okay, so this thank you page is actually ready to go for all intents and purposes. So I'm just going to hit save on that as well. So we'll save that. We got our thank you page, we got our download page. And now we've got our squeeze page. So we're basically ready to upload everything. Just what we need to do now is upload a couple of things first. We're going to want to go into our FileZilla and upload our thank you page and our download page. The reason we want to upload those first right now is because we need those actual links to input into our Aweber. And we're actually almost done with the process of setting this all the way up. So what we're going to do here is just go on in here to your FileZilla, and it's going to ask you for some basic information. Your host, just so you're aware, this is like yourdomain.com. That's what it is. It's just basically called yourdomain.com. The username is going to be the username your web hosting provider gave you, and then the password is going to be the password that they gave you as well. So what we're going to do next here is just go on in here to where we are, and we're just going to create a directory inside of our main domain here. So we're just going to create a directory, and we're going to call this directory affiliate wealth, because that's what the course is. And like I said, I've got my main domain. I'm just going to create / affiliate wealth. So that's what we're going to do here. I've got several domains and sites hosted within here, but just keep in mind with FileZilla, right side is what's on your web host, left side is what's on your computer. So the point is to get the files from your computer to your web host. What I just did there was create something so it'll be like yourdomain.com / affiliate wealth, and it'll make sense once you see it live, and you've probably seen that on a lot of websites. So this is where we're going to put all of our files in here. So this is where we want to do our images. We need to upload our images, our style sheet, our download page. We need to upload all this content here right now. So it'll take just a moment. All I did was hit Control to highlight each option, and then it's just going to upload the stuff right there. And so that'll be just a moment. Okay, so that there is all uploaded. And what we're going to do here now, and I'll show you how this is going to work. We're going to go up to our web browser here, and we're going to put in our domain, the domain that I'm working with, supportcounts.com/affiliate wealth. And it's going to look kind of goofy to you, but what you're going to see here is the thank you page. And there it is. Thanks for signing up. And then you'll see like the download page in there. Now, when we upload our squeeze page, it's going to be like a index file, so you're not going to see that garbage you saw there when you first logged in, just so you're aware. But we need to grab this link here. This is the thank you URL that will be used when we're setting up our web form. And then we're also going to need our download page URL in a little later step that I'm going to show you. So we're now ready to set up our web form. And so inside Aweber, you just go to Web Forms under your current list that you're working on and hit Create a New Web Form. Now what we're going to do here is kind of just select a different web form that we kind of want to work with. And in this particular case, we're going to go with we'll just kind of use the basic one they have here that's available. And so, but we don't want all this blue and stuff showing up. So I'm just going to clear that out. And you can actually delete the header, the footer part of it. And what we're going to do is edit, and we'll say send my free training and hit save. We're going to do name, email, and you could choose to leave that email marketing by Aweber if you want. But we'll just X that out for now. And what we're going to do now is go to Save Web Form. We're just create a basic web form here and go here to step 2. And you can browse through their different web form options if you want to find one that fits better. It's completely up to you. So I'm just going to call this Affiliate Wealth Form 1. And we'll just go here. And if you wanted to integrate it with Facebook, you could as well, but that's a whole nother thing. We'll go here to Custom Page for the thank you page, because that looks a lot more professional. And it'll stay with your branding as well, as we created a simple thank you page. And so there we go. Other options just leave as the default. We'll go on to step 2 and hit Save Web Form. Okay, so once that does that, it says I will install my form. So what you're going to do here is go to choose which option you want. Sometimes the easiest to work with is the actual JavaScript form, and then there's also the HTML version as well of the form. So I'll show you how the JavaScript will work. We're just going to copy that code over, and we're going to go to our squeeze page here, and we're going to go to the source file. And this is going to look like gibberish, but just don't get panicked on it. What you're going to find inside here, the last text we saw, it said fill out the simple form below. So right here, after these break tags, this is where we're going to paste this form in. Now one thing I like to do is I like to center the form. So what I do is create just simple HTML code. I'm not an HTML expert, but just enough to get you by. You use the shift key, and it's the key that's right next to the letter M. It looks like a caret to the left, and you're going to make a caret to the left and type in the phrase center, and then right next to that is a caret to the right. And then you're going to just paste in that code, and then follow that up with another caret to the left, a forward slash, and the word center, and that'll just center up your form really nicely. And then we're just going to insert that, and what you got here then is your form is going to show up here once you actually make this page live. So we're ready to roll there as well. Now the only other part that we kind of missed here was if you want to have like your earnings disclaimer, those are important to have. Your other forms, you could have like an About Us page, um, and all that. So we could do your earnings disclaimer, contact us, privacy, those kind of things as well. So those would be pages you could add down here just to kind of add legitimacy to your page. A lot of times it makes customers feel at ease, so they're going to be more likely to opt in as well. So if you want to kind of make that font kind of be consistent with what you've got, you can do that, and then you can make it a little bit smaller. And then again, these would just be links that once you have those pages set up, you just do insert those pages. That's the only other thing I would consider adding. But once you add that, just hit save on that. And then we are going to go ahead and upload this squeeze page. So we'll just go right on over here, browse for where we've been working. This is the index1 file. We will upload that. And then we're just going to come right back over here to all the folders where all the files are. And we've got index 1 right here. You notice that, get immediate access to this brand new video course. And if you wanted to, you could opt to move your image right over here if you wanted to do that, just for sake of saving space, whatever you want to do. But you notice your squeeze page is here. It's simple, it's clean, it's functional, it looks good. It's something that people would opt in for. You could add a different kind of form if you wanted to go with a different style with the arrows and all that on there. There's lots of different options you can do. And again, these pages you would want to make sure they're linked up. But you've got your squeeze page, for all intents and purposes, set up and working. Now the only other thing we need to do here, or two other things, we need to go to the download page and we need to copy this download page URL. And here's why. Because we want to go back to the settings page of my list settings, and we're going to go to the confirmed opt-in, and what we're going to find inside here is confirmation success page. That means once they click the confirmation link in their email, this is the page they get, and we will click on save settings there, and that's going to save that page. So once they click on the confirmation message, they are taken straight to the actual download page. Now, the only other thing, the other thing we need to do here is we need to ensure that the actual files, the actual training files, get uploaded correctly. So let's just go here to FileZilla, and let's go to the actual file here. So we've got affiliate PDF, and we'll right-click that and upload it. And then we need to upload the MP4 training, and it's a rather large file, so it might take a little while for it to load up completely. But you can see you got a nice process meter there as it uploads. And again, we're uploading it straight to that particular directory. And then these links will become active, and so you'll want to test them out, by clicking on them, and it should actually pop up and ask you if you want to save the files to your computer as well. And so that way it's working, so your list is set up and ready to go. So there's just a couple more things we need to do here. The next thing we need to do is just copy this URL over. This is your download page URL, because we need to create a follow-up message. And this is your first follow-up message for this series. You'll just want to create a new follow-up message. And inside here, we're going to select your download is inside. Now what this is going to be, or you could say your free training, free video training, your free affiliate training lesson, whatever you want to say. What we're going to do basically is send a follow-up, so after they subscribe and confirm, they also get an email with the download link, so in case they miss it, they're not contacting you through support. And it's just good to have instant contact with the people that opt in. So we'll just go to hello, and then put in first name fix, which would be like their name. So hello John, hello Joe, whoever signed up. Thank you for, and it's just a basic generic message, signing up for my free affiliate domination training course. Again, this would work for any kind of niche squeeze page setup as well. Here is your download page link. Enjoy the free training and let me know if I can help you at all. To your success, and then put your name in there, and we're good to go. Okay, so what we're going to do is just hit on that. As far as interval, will be sent immediately. You could choose to track clicks if you want and hit save message. That would also be a good opportunity if you wanted to further monetize it. You could do like a PS, hey, have you considered checking out my latest affiliate marketing course? Like, let's say you have PLR to another affiliate course, or let's say you are an affiliate for somebody else's course on affiliate marketing through ClickBank. You could put that link in there as well into your follow-up message series. So that's just something to keep in mind there. Same goes for your download page. You could put actually a link down here that says, check out, with a banner, like take somebody's banner code and insert that down there on the bottom also. And so that's another thing for you to consider as well. The only other step we're going to want to do here to make sure this all works correctly is this index dash one. If you named it that way, you'll want to just make sure it's changed by just right clicking on it and selecting rename. So right clicking inside the HTML and make sure it's named index. And that way when people go to your URL, so, your domain, in this case, it's support/counts/affiliate wealth. They're going to land on the squeeze page, which is what they want. And then we can test it out here. So we'll put in John, and then we'll put in an email address here. And then we'll do send my free training. And what it's going to do here, boom, send it. Thank you for signing up. Please confirm. And then I would have an email waiting for me to confirm. Once I confirm on that, it would take me right on over to actually get my form. So, and that'll take just a moment. I should get that. If I don't, it's okay. So there we go. Okay, so let's just jump on over here. You'll get an email confirmation. Once you click on that, then it's going to take people straight on over to the download page. Now, one other thing just to point out, that's the final steps as far as that goes. But if you want to further monetize this, it's best if you work with the email follow-up series. And so you can grab, you've got here follow-up number 1 through 7. And, welcome and congratulations. This is if you really wanted to beef up that welcome email. All you're going to do here is, just take this and we can come over here and let's say we just want to edit this out here. So it'll take just a moment. We're going to just paste that in there. Follow-ups are really important because it basically helps you promote things on autopilot, and you can promote affiliate links. You can give, engage with your readers and all those kinds of things as well. Follow-ups go a long way in helping you, run your business. So, okay, and so we're just going to plug this in. And again, make sure you just tweak the wording inside this template here. So, and then you can just, edit the spacing so it fits your liking better. And then you would go through and do this for every single one. So hello, and then we'll put personalize first name fixed. This is John Smith. John Smith from your business name, and I want to welcome you personally. Thanks for confirming. You go on and talk about, whatever you want to talk about there. Download link to the product could, hop right in there. So let's just grab that link. And this would be like your first follow-up. And then we'll set up the next follow-up so you can kind of understand how the process is going to work. But again, I just hit save message there. And that way you could use the follow-ups that you were provided here. So right next, we're going to create a new follow-up. So we're going to go over here and we'll close out of follow-up 1 because we're done with that. And we'll go right back over here and we'll choose follow-up number 2, a special gift just for you. And all it is, it's point and click simple. You're just copying and pasting over to create a nice, ready to go follow-up sequence that you can start using. So, and Control C, boom. Okay, so John Smith here, or your name, and then your company name. Again, just edit the fields. fix any spelling errors you see. You can contact me through your support desk and come up with a free gift, a free offer to affiliate marketing, and plug that in there. And this would be good to go out one day after the first one, so you can just set the day, um, and then you can hit track clicks if you want. You don't have to. Just hit save message. And again, you would do that for the third one. You'd create a third one and just grab it. And what this is going to do is just automatically, it's going to send these emails out. And what you're trying to do here is build a relationship with your new subscribers, so that you're building a relationship, and then you can actually promote stuff to them. Maybe in the third or fourth email down the road, you can start promoting stuff to them. So on autopilot, they're going to get 7 emails from you without you even having to deal with anything. So as soon as they get on your list, they're going to get a series of 7 emails, and they could go out once every day, once every couple days, once every 3-4 days, however you want to do that. But you're making constant contact with those people. And at any time you want to set up a new follow-up series, you just go to messages and follow up. And then once you're getting subscribers, you would just come in here, go to broadcast, and it looks just like the follow-up message, but you can set up a broadcast to go to this entire new list as well. So that, in a nutshell, is how you set up a squeeze page from start to finish. And that's what I wanted to show you, is a step-by-step process to going about and getting a squeeze page up and running, so that you can start list building and using this really cool training that you received.